Hi, everyone. Welcome to Go Talk to again. I'm today with a very special person in my life, Janis from Starseed Yoga. And we're going to interview her today. She is one of our yoga instructors. She has online yoga classes. And today, I wanted her to be with us. I want you to get to know her a little bit about through this interview. And I also want all of us to learn a little bit more about yoga. Some people ask me, why are you guys doing yoga and cooking classes and music if you guys are an online language academy? And it's my belief that we actually learn a second language when we have a full immersion culturally and in all the things that we do in that language. So that's why we try to put a lot of resources in different languages to you, not just in grammar books, but also in practical things that we're going to use in our lives. So I'm gonna introduce you, Janis. Say hi to everybody. We want to hear a little bit about yourself. Welcome to Go Talk To.
Hi, everybody. Namaste. Nice to meet you. It's really nice to be here, Becky. It's an honor. I love seeing your beautiful smiling face again.
Likewise. I miss you. So, Janis, where are you? How are you? How is everything where you're at right now?
Wow, we're in some pretty interesting times right now, aren't we? Kind of crazy, but lucky to be in beautiful sunny Panama. Like, there's a little bird taking a bath. I'm in Panama teaching yoga, and I've been here for about the last 5 years. And teaching yoga, I've been teaching yoga for the last 12. And learning my Spanish as best I can with you, Becky. You're an awesome teacher. And I think what you're mentioning is really right. I agree with you. When you start immersing yourself in everyday life, in the language, you learn a lot faster. And yoga is a really good way to do that. Like taking a yoga class in English or Spanish, in my case, a really easy way to learn the language a lot faster.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And Janis, a lot of people that are watching us might not know, especially we're talking about yoga in English, which is for people that are learning English, obviously, or anyone that would like to join your class. But in this case, a lot of our students might want to practice this while they learn English, but they don't even know about yoga. So let's talk a little bit. What is yoga? What does it mean? There's a lot of misconceptions in different cultures about what yoga means, the movements of yoga. Explain to us so that we can have a better perspective and information about this magnificent thing that it really has personally helped me a lot.
Yeah, I'd like to hear your story too, because I think everybody has a different reason or a different way that they found yoga, and I really find these stories fascinating. But just to get to to answer your question, yoga actually means yoke. Yoke means to unite, like an old English word. Yoke means to unite, but what's it uniting? It's uniting our body with our breath, which connects us to our spirit, our soul, to the divine. So it's a way that we become whole, I think, once again. And through yoga, and I think we find our way through different ways. For me, I just came to get to exercise, to get stronger, do cool poses. That's how I found it. But then I think that we end up staying there because we find what perhaps what the essence is, which is we find our true selves, and we find that all the illusions fall away, and things that aren't real start to fall away, and what's left is truth. And the cool thing about truth is, like, truth always stands up to scrutiny. So when we start exploring and things start falling away that we weren't so important anymore, we start feeling really good, and we start getting really happy. And you kind of wonder why. And it's like, oh, all those things that I thought were really important, I found the truth that they really weren't. And I know what the true essence is. You kind of maybe I really loved your story that you shared with me. Maybe you can share with us how you found yoga. I found your story really fascinating.
Well, that's interesting because usually, I don't really talk much about this, or a lot of people that even know me, they don't probably know a lot of this. Um, but I got involved in this about three, maybe almost 4 years ago. And I was going through a very difficult time in my life. And I was really lost. I really, everything that I had, my plans of life, everything that was my future or my stable base of everything just got taken away. And I started a transition. And in fact, I've been sharing with our students and friends a little meditation every day called 40 Days and 40 Nights, how to face a transition. And it's based on this journey that I started, where I was just completely in a place where everything as I knew was just gone. It was taken away. And for some reason, I didn't lose the desire to leave or to keep reading, but I had a lot of disappointment and anger with my own body. I felt that I wasn't good enough. And one day I keep driving through this place that says Bikram Yoga. And I didn't even know what that means. But I keep looking at it, and in my head, it was like, well, there's probably like breathing exercises or something. One day I was doing my workout. I did Taibo and kickboxing and running and all kind of like what I call the bum, bum, bum exercises, really heavy, really cardio and like punching and doing all this for years, about probably 15 or more years in my life. And one day it was a thought. Nobody told me about yoga. Nobody told me about this. But I thought in my head, all this bum, 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 it's just like I feel that it was becoming more than exercise, a way of telling me you're not good enough. You need to give more, 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 more. You need to just 45 minutes of this is not enough. You need more. You need your body. My body wasn't changing either. It was like I was stuck in this whole thing. So I just decided I need something different, but I didn't know what. I didn't know anything about other exercises. I had tried Pilates a long time ago, and I thought this is too boring for me. A long time ago. So I went to this yoga class, Bikram yoga, and I started to sweat, and I started to feel just light and light. As all the sweat was going away, I was feeling like something started to balance in my life. And the teacher explained, it doesn't matter where you're at in this, you're trying your very best and you're connecting, you're breathing your mind, your soul, and you're balancing everything. And this is a time that is just you with your body, with yourself. And that's all she said. I started to do the exercises. I was always very worried, Janis, about my looks. I saw all these people that do yoga, like all thin and beautiful, like you. And I was like, I will never look like them doing all these things, almost like being like a little tiny thing like this. I can't do that. That's not me. I started doing this, and my body started feeling lighter and lighter and lighter. And I start feeling this great appreciation for the person I am, for my body. Wow. I started understanding you're perfect. The way you are, you're perfect. And you can do and look like that, not, but like you, like yourself, just bringing yourself into this wonderful light and shine really from the inside out with this beautiful sense that I don't have to look like this person or like whatever they said, I can just bring the very best out of me and shine. And my body changed. My body started changing. 15 years doing that type of exercise, and with 4 years doing yoga, I completely saw the transformation in my body, my muscle,
Wow.
my tummy, everything. I just felt the transformation, and I started to feel this appreciation for every organ, every
Wow.
bone, everything in my body. I could feel
Wow.
even like back pains.
Mhm.
I started to do things. I sit a lot because this is my job. I do classes online all day long. Even my back pain started to go away when I did certain exercises. So I started learning that there's yoga for different types of things. But to me, it became
Mhm.
really a way of learning and getting to know a different part of myself that I never even tried to explore before. And it
I
did.
love I love what you said, Becky, because it sounds like you came, like you said, you came for a certain reason and you stayed because of, you know, what fell away, like the thoughts that weren't true. You like that, you know, you weren't good enough and beautiful enough. And when all that stuff falls away and you're left with your true essence, who you really are, which yoga shows you, it's like an onion. It like all those layers, just like those peels just fall off and you're left with this beautiful shining light that's the divine spark of you. And how can um, you not absolutely love that when it's from the divine, right? And you bring that forth, and how can, and other people see that too. And you know, it's just these lights ignite more light. So you remember you, and then you help others remember their light, and it's just like this beautiful process. So
Exactly. There's something great about remembering who we are and where we come from. And that, I think yoga helps a lot to do so. It brings you in a moment of stillness where you can really
yeah,
remember that.
yeah, and I like to say it creates space where there's not anything else. There's no other exercise that allows us, perhaps meditation. It creates space around our thoughts. It creates space around our emotions, and it gives us reaction time. So before, if we were reactive really quickly, it just gives us that room and that space to decide how we want to be, because we're here, and it allows us to find our center. And I really love, you know, for this time, because all the yogis who've been in my class have said, you know, we've been preparing for this time for our entire yoga class for a long, because I'm always like, when the world gets chaotic, or this illusion that's called, you know, this illusion, which is this reality, gets chaotic, can you remember your true self, your true core, right? Who you really are? Because right there is just peace. Right there is everything you need right here.
Exactly.
And when we remember that through breath, and perhaps you want to do a breathing exercise together.
Let's
Right?
do it so we can show people what wonderful thing this is.
Okay, and this is just the breathing part of yoga. So that we have yoga, which is asana. We have the poses, right? So that's just one aspect. And I practice the 8 limbs of yoga, Ashtanga, which is the 8 limbs, and the third limb is asana, just the poses, and the fourth limb is pranayama, which is breathing. And the 2 other limbs, the first, are about like internal and external ethics, like behaving well, being kind to animals, kind to yourself, and all these other beautiful ways of being. So when you come, they're just reminders. So when you come to your yoga mat to do your practice, hopefully you're already doing those things. And then these are beautiful tools for transformation that have been thousands of years old on this planet. And it so it predates religion, and it predates all of that. I know sometimes it can scare people off, like, oh, what's all this stuff, like these gods or whatever, but it's really not about that. It predates all religion, and it's just a philosophy and a way of life that gives you the tools to connect to your true self, your divine spark. So we do that through breath. So let's get comfortable. Find a comfortable spot where you are. on your mat or
I'm in my chair.
at your desk?
I'll try to.
At your desk? Okay, cool. So let's just close our eyes and we're just gonna drop in. We'll just connect. So just close your eyes. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Good. So as we inhale, we're gonna get relaxed. Exhaling any tension. Letting go the day, letting go of any thoughts. And just becoming aware of your breath. Good. 2 more breaths like that, getting really relaxed. Letting go of any tension in your skin, in your back, in the body, in the shoulders even in the jaw. Nice. So what we'll do is we'll do a practice that is called square breathing. This is something the Navy SEALs do in a time of stress. So if you close your eyes, you just feel how relaxed the body's getting now. You'll notice other things start to turn on as you close your eyes and slow the breath down. Other senses start to turn on, like intuition, awareness. So bring your awareness to your breath and we'll inhale for 4. So I'll walk you through it. Exhale. Inhale through the nose. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold the breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 2, 3, 4, and pause. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. And pause. Last time, inhale through the nose. Hold at the top. Exhale. And pause. Good. Let your breathing go back to normal. With your eyes closed, just pause and observe your body. Just notice here your nervous system. How do you feel? Good. And open your eyes when you're ready. That was one pranayama called square breathing. And it's designed to connect to the breath, to relax the body. And it's just very super basic. But if ever we're feeling stressed or overwhelmed or anxious, this is a way to just drop in and relax and really basic. And it's like I said, the Navy SEALs are even taught this to relax, and it's handy. In my class, we do this in every yoga practice. We do different types of pranayama. We do because I find it always powerful as yoga. The tools for to make your body feel light. How do you feel, Becky?
I feel wonderful. I mean, really, these exercises.
You there?
Yes. Can you hear me? I'm here.
We short-circuited.
So yeah, I feel grounded. Okay, this exercise is always the breathing exercises. It kind of brings all your attention to center, and it kind of grounds you. And I love it.
Hi. Are you there? I lost you.
Did you hear what I said?
No, I didn't hear anything. Where did you leave off?
I said that these breathing exercises always ground me. like they bring me back to center and they ground me. So yes, if there's a little bit of anxiety, or if there's a little bit of, we talk a lot. Sometimes our throat needs a little bit just rest. And how long it took to do that? Like 3 minutes. And it really brings you back to a balance. Sometimes we spread a lot of toxins even when we talk or everything, but when we do these things, it's a way to calm ourselves down and actually bring more compassion to others and to ourselves. It's just that, right?
Absolutely. These are this is a really effective way to calm the nervous system. If you're somebody who's like me, who's super analytical and I'm active and I'm always really easy in my head, it's so easy to connect from here up, like these chakras. It's really easy and it's fun, and you're like, okay, I can analyze, and this doesn't make sense, and and you're always, and like if you're thinking, you're always, what am I going to say next? We're overusing these 3 chakras, right?
Yes.
So to bring that energy down into the root chakra, which is where we feel safe, right? Where we feel secure, where we feel grounded, to bring consciously that energy down through relaxing, and the nervous system calms. And it's interesting because the nervous system is controlled through the breath. So, what does that controls your digestive system? It controls your heart rate. It controls your blood pressure. So by connecting and calming the breath and calming the nervous system, all these other aspects of health improve. And that's just only through breath, right? And coming down to your true power, your true center, where you're safe and secure, and your foundation is your root chakra.
Right.
And you do that through relaxing. Right. And there's not a lot of practices that allow for us to relax.
And that was my point. Usually you get into a workout and you just get into it. Even if you take, a little bit of breathing or something, yoga actually leads you to connect with that. So now my body is ready for the next exercises. And Janis, I'm curious to clarify, this part that we did is just the beginning. I mean, it's just the breathing part. What are other parts in a full workout? Because other people might be thinking, well, yoga, it's just there. I'm not going to burn any calories. I'm not going to lose weight or anything with this. Can you elaborate a little bit more on that, like, whole process?
Right. And the whole point of yoga too is to exercise the body so the body is calm. So the muscles, so you're healthy, the body is healthy. So we do some things called sun salutations, Surya Namaskara A and Surya Namaskara B. And it's almost like a power yoga. You can take each one is easy or as strong as you like. My classes are quite challenging. Meaning you're going to sweat, you're going to feel muscle, in fact, one of my students had a heart rate monitor on for class, and it was the same as if she was in a jog for half an hour. So it was the same as running. Her heart rate was that high. These are designed to, also the sun salutations, which, I was going to say we could do it now, but we'll do it another time. They're designed to cleanse and balance and purify your chakras. I always like to get into the spiritual aspect to why we're doing these things, but really, because obviously you're going to get in shape when you're doing yoga, because all the poses are designed, and I call it a perfect science that's thousands of years old, to relieve back pain and to improve your circulation. And my teacher says we're only as healthy as our spine is flexible.
Right.
So in fact, when you're in a twist, if you're in a twist and you're coming into a certain twist like this, you might think, oh, hey, we're just in a twist. But what's happening is all your internal organs are being wrung out, right? Your liver and your kidney, it's like a detoxification of your inner organs. And there's no practice that there's nothing you can do that unless you're going to go on a juice cleanse or something. So that's why I equate, now that I'm older and a little bit more wiser, yoga is almost like, okay, we're going to eat healthy, we're going to take our vitamins, and we're going to do our yoga.
Yes.
It just becomes a part of your life.
Yes, it does. It does. and your body kind of like wants that moment. It's like it asks you for it because it's a moment of
Right.
yeah, of bringing
Stretching.
everything together, stretching. Oh my goodness, I had all kind of back pain. My knees would hurt all the time.
Yeah.
All that is gone. All that is
Right.
gone just by doing the right exercises. So it's not just about shaping our bodies and our mind. It really is. I have to say, it works. I mean, it is a medicine for the whole uh,
Right.
thing. Yes.
And we like to say your issues are in your tissues. This is another thing that I learned is becoming a teacher. Your issues in your tissues. So if you're coming into class and you're like, you're like kind of like hunched over and you've got, you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, you might want to just open that up and be free of that. And yoga helps you release that, to open the heart. Or maybe you're protecting your heart. Maybe you've been hurt or something and you're more like this because you're sensitive and you've got to, but yoga helps you to feel strong and open up the heart and release that muscle fascia, that fascia that builds here. If we don't stretch that out on a daily basis, it builds up. It's like a web, and it builds up and it builds up and it becomes like a calcified. So then you get those hunches. So I do like our antsy hunchback poses where we open everything up. And just as you say, like it calls you to your mat just to stretch and move all that muscle fascia, so we feel free. And and ironically, muscles in your issues are in your tissues. When you release that, a lot of times you have like an emotional release.
Right.
Like, I'm sure you've noticed that because it's true. When you release something that's blocked in your body, you release it through emotion. And it can also be through laughter. It doesn't always have to be through tears.
It has happened to me as well too. So I do believe. And you know what other thing I've noticed, and I know we need to start wrapping this up, but one thing that I noticed too is usually in the past, if I compare, I would just keep going. Like I'm done with my exercise, keep going with the rest of my life. But since I've been doing yoga, sometimes even when I'm sitting doing this, it's like my body, I feel that my body is still connected, telling me, do this exercise. Like you feel the need to do a stretch even through the day. And that automatically is like brings you back. It's like going to the chiropractic where they just click, and now you can do it. And it's like there's an awareness. Like you were saying, it creates an awareness that it really, at the end of the day, it brings a lot of light, not just to ourselves, but also it's a way to be kind with others, because we don't want to be those people that are always like this or always like this or always. I mean, we really want to express the best of ourselves to others.
And when you're present with yourself, and you're giving yourself time on your mat to be present with your feelings and your thoughts, and that only happens like after you've stretched and pulled your body and you're like all like contorted and you're feeling exhausted. Oh, let me just lay here for 5 minutes. Here's where the magic happens, where you're present with yourself. And in Shavasana, I like it's when you're the relaxing part at the end, when you're present with you and you are connected, like you say, to the wisdom of the body unfolds, and you're connected and you can hear, because it's always talking to us. Your body's always in communication. We're just sometimes not available to hear, but yoga allows you that space to hear your body. And when you're present with you, you can bring your best to your work, your best to your friends, your best to your kids, your best to your husband. You can be present and available because you've done that for you.
Right. So it's amazing, you guys. And then also when you're hearing all these instructions, you're also listening. If we talk again about the learning a second language, you're interacting with listening, with producing, with associating vocabulary with the movements, and your brain is recording this and then it's going to produce it when it speaks. So I really want to invite you. This is a wonderful tool. And Janis, tell us how can we get involved in your classes? I usually have a student right at the time of your classes, so I have not been able to join you, but I'm sure a lot of people can. And tell us about those classes and we will have you also available in our website. If you want to use yoga with your partner or by yourself, if you say, no, I don't want to do it in a group, Janis is also available for this. And I want you to give us the information.
Sure. Okay. Thanks, Becky. I'm giving right now through this unique time, I'm providing classes 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8:30 a.m. And you can see me on Janis Starseed. That's one word and one S, Janis Starseed with a J, Jota. And in Instagram, Janis Starseed, and you'll find me there. Just send me a message and I can send you the link to the one at 8:30. Right now I'm offering that for free for everybody during this time because I want everybody to feel calm and grounded and feel all these benefits. So that's my gift to you. And then if you want a private class, you can all just message me and we can arrange for that also.
That's amazing. And we've been posting your little information also in our website. So if you want to check our website too and our Facebook and Instagram, you will see the information for Janis's classes, 8:30 Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8:30 a.m. Panama time.
Panama time, that's 1 hour before New York, so it would be 9:30 New York time.
Yeah, 9:30 New York time. So everyone, that's the information. Janis, I love you. Thank you so much for sharing this. I'm sure we will be talking a little bit more about this, and I really want everybody to join this wonderful class. See you soon. Thank you, Janis.
Thank you, Becky. Namaste. Love you.
Love you too. See you
Bye,
soon.
everybody.
Bye, everybody. Take care.
Take
Bye-bye.
care.